Many of us are drawn to products, foods, and marvels that appear to be naturally occurring. However, the surprising reality is that what we perceive as entirely natural often involves significant human intervention. Get ready for a mind-bending experience as I infuse your mind with scientific insights about things you might have presumed to be completely natural. Number 10. Red radishes. Did you know that the original radish was black? Classified as tubers, radishes are grouped together with onions, potatoes, turnips, beets, carrots, and more, and are simply wild weed roots that have been artificially processed into their present form. Although you can still find black radishes if you seek them out, the red and white varieties are the ones that have become the most popular and have been carefully crafted through intensive genetic modifications. Plus, they just look aesthetically more pleasing to the eye and palate. Number 9. Farm animal. From man's best friend to cats, ferrets, hamsters, and all the barnyard animals on the farm, the fact is that basically all of them have been domesticated slowly but surely over the centuries. Since our hunter-gatherer days before we settled into cities and urban landscapes, man has been altering the traits of animals to complement our needs for thousands of years. Not only have cows changed significantly in appearance over the millennia, but so too have chickens, which are 4 times the size they were in the 50s, and turkeys, which are twice their original size since the 20s. With more people on the planet to feed, it only makes sense that animals have been selectively bred larger to feed the masses. So, the next time you're tearing into that chicken breast, know that they've been boosted unnaturally by man. The domesticated pigs that roam farmlands these days have also changed quite drastically from the wild boar and are far more docile and easy to train. Sheep are another animal that has served many purposes for man over the centuries, with the current breeds domesticated for their warm wool and fattened up for their meat. Number 8. The Amazon Basin. Known for its allure, mystical elements, and interesting mix of wildlife and inhabitants, the Amazon has long been regarded as one of the most mystifying locales in the world. It is home to strange creatures that are exclusive to the region and indigenous people that have lived off the land for centuries. But what most people don't know is that this natural wonderland is not as natural as many believe. In fact, when it was discovered by European settlers some centuries ago, what became clear was that the area had been reshaped and remolded, resulting in a perfect harmony with nature that also fit their needs as ancient architects. The Amazonians created majestic terraces throughout the mountains surrounding Peru, received the Amazon basins with trees that were fruit, and even added canals, dams, and ponds for fishing. The Amazonians were quite ingenious. They even managed to produce artificial fertilizer, terra preta, that is rich in nutrients, and now covers an estimated 10% of the Amazon. An amazing feat for so-called savages, and the main reason why the people of the Amazon are able to sustain their farming as a way of life. So much for natural, huh? Number 7. Yellowstone's Morning Glory Hot Spring. Yellowstone's Morning Glory Hot Spring has always been a place of beauty, drawing thousands of visitors each year to take in the majestic sight that has few rivals. What many of these visitors may not realize is that this is one destination that has dramatically changed over the years, from its brilliant blue to its current tinted green and yellow hues. What caused such a transformation? From its initial blue in the 1960s to its current form, visitors to Yellowstone have trashed the site by hurling all types of garbage into Morning Glory plastic pennies and more. This debris gradually caused the temperature of the hot springs to drop, affecting how sunlight and water depth interacted to change the colors of the pool from the shallow and deep ends of the pool. It was only recently that scientists have measured the area and been able to explain the way it looks now and how the garbage has gradually altered its look over the past 50 years. How's that for a man-made natural wonder? Number 6. Lettuce. If you say the words "the devil's lettuce," one would normally veer towards marijuana. But the truth of the matter is that lettuce, at least the wild variety, has been known for its narcotic qualities for thousands of years. In the last few years, however, these wild lettuce types have been introduced in several states in America, including California, Washington, D.C., Iowa, and Alabama. There are also other varieties of lettuce that can be found throughout the world, including iceberg lettuce, as it is easy to ship. It has been selectively bred over centuries through genetic modification. The results have been impressive, allowing for greater resistance to fungi and insects, as well as a higher tolerance to herbicides to yield larger leaves. Number 5. Earthquakes. Many believe earthquakes are entirely natural, yet the process of fracking challenges this notion. Fracking, a popular method for resource extraction, generates wastewater as a byproduct. This wastewater is injected into deep wells, causing pressure and depth to trigger fault fractures in the Earth's crust, leading to surface-level earthquakes. While these faults would naturally cause earthquakes over time, fracking accelerates the process significantly. Regions like Oklahoma and parts of Texas, historically with rare earthquakes, now face seismic hazards comparable to California, experiencing hundreds of earthquakes annually, far exceeding the usual 1 or 2 per year. This heightened seismic activity causes significant damage and presents persistent challenges, driven by the industry's profitability and job creation. Scientists are searching for solutions to address the indirect and direct problems associated with fracking. However, it's worth noting that while fracking plays a role, conventional drilling generates even more wastewater and shares responsibility. Until electric cars become more prevalent, championed by figures like Elon Musk, we may need to brace for unpredictable seismic events. Number 4. Nevada's Fly Geyser. From an accident to a Nevada gem. Fly Geyser. While many flock to Las Vegas, the Black Rock Desert's Fly Geyser offers a captivating man-made marvel worth exploring. Originating from a failed well drilling attempt, 2 algae species emerged, painting the landscape with stunning red and green hues. Geothermal water slowly molded the minerals into an eye-catching mound, drawing global attention. Despite its natural appearance, visitors discover it's a human-engineered attraction gaining popularity. Although privately owned, trespassers seek better views. Idaho's Soda Springs Geyser presents a similar tale. Manipulated in 1937, a blend of pressurized carbon dioxide and water led to its creation. After local intervention to manage its emissions, the geyser now spouts up to 150 feet every hour. These human-made wonders captivate thousands of yearly visitors with their remarkable visuals. Number 3. The Door to Hell. Visitors from Turkmenistan can get a bird's-eye view of the underworld up close and personal at the appropriately named Door to Hell, which is located in the small village of Dawes in the middle of a desert. The crater measures more than 230 feet in diameter and was discovered in 1971 by a team of Russian scientists drilling for natural gas reserves. They got more than they bargained for, however, when the rig collapsed, deadly methane gas spouted out, and panic escalated. In an attempt to control what they believed could be a huge catastrophe, the researchers set the crater on fire, in the hopes that the methane gas would burn out on its own in a matter of hours. More than 40 years later, the fires continued to burn, and now visitors to the area can get a good idea of what the gates of hell could potentially look like. The devil certainly is in the details. Number 2. Iceland's Blue Lagoon. Most people that think of Iceland think of, well, ice and beautiful natural landscapes as far as the eye can see. The truth, however, is a bit more complicated, and the Blue Lagoon, visited by nearly 500,000 people each year, straddles the fence between being completely natural and man-made. The real story lies somewhere in between. The land of fire and ice, as Iceland is affectionately known, offers a landscape that is unique in the world that few countries can lay claim to because of its position geographically. It is home to many of the world's greatest phenomena, from volcanoes and geysers to lava fields and earthquakes. The Blue Lagoon owes its special status in part to the Svartsengi geothermal plant that was built in the 1970s nearby, that feeds the warm temperatures and more into the location. The plant is strategically hidden from sight, so that tourists cannot really see it while there, but it accounts for the mineral-rich waters and the perfect soaking temperatures between 98 and 102 degrees Fahrenheit. The sulfur and silica that emanates from the springs are so relaxing and soothing that no one visiting the site will really care how man-made or natural it is. They simply enjoy the magic and majesty. No questions asked. Number 1. Cabbages. Brassica oleracea stands as the progenitor of various green vegetables, including Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, kohlrabi, kale, and cabbage. Originating around 2,500 years ago in the wild Mediterranean regions and coastal areas of France and Britain, this plant species was cultivated by ancient farmers. They nurtured its larger leaf buds into the familiar cabbage we enjoy today. This transformation showcases humanity's knack for selectively breeding plants to enhance their traits. Broccoli, derived from Brassica oleracea, also follows this pattern. In reality, nearly every vegetable we consume has been altered over time by human intervention. From tomatoes and corn to cucumbers and nuts, the list is extensive. Which example surprised you the most? Do you know of any others that should be a part of this list? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.